lovelies, welcome back to my channel. On my personal Instagram the other day, I put on my story a poll to see if you wanted to see a heavy glam look or a brow tutorial for the second video on my channel, and most of you, around 90% of you, voted for the heavy glam, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be using the Carnival palette by Stacey Marie, one of my all-time favourites, and the pigment is absolutely insane. Let's give it a go. Okay, to start up, we're going to be using the Hydrating Eye Cream in the stick version by Bobbi Brown. I absolutely love this eye cream. Literally just apply it under the eye as you would like your concealer. By the way, sorry if I make some weird faces during this video. I do find that when I put my makeup on, I make some weird faces like. Second of all, I'm going to be using the NARS Medium 1 Custard Concealer. I'm going to pop a bit of this on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use this concealer to carve out under my brows and blend it down onto the eyelid just to give it a base for my eyeshadow. So to carve out the brows with the NARS concealer, I'm going to be using the Krylon brush Art 3710. Exactly the same, but on the other eye now. I always like to blend the concealer out further than the actual eye shape. It just makes it a lot easier for when you're actually blending it all in together. To blend it all in and set it with some translucent powder, I'm literally just going to be using one of these cute unicorn looking brushes. You can get a set from these or individually from Primark. So yeah, just a little fluffy brush like that, it's really cute. Press it in and blend it all, just to get rid of them lines and the edges of where the concealer stops and starts. Translucent powder I'm going to use is Collection Sheer Loose Powder. Excuse the state of it. As you can see, I use it a lot and it gets really dirty in my makeup bag. It's really cheap, this loose powder, but I love it. Take a bit of that on my brush and just dab it in on the eyelid just to set it. So that's what it looks like with the concealer and loose powder. Set on the eyelids and just carved out underneath the brow. First up, using the Carnival palette, shade Basics. And we're just going to apply this in the crease of the eye. Blend it out, I'm gonna be using Spectrum B06 brush. Okay, so now that's all blended out, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of that shade that I showed you before, just on the crease this time, so it just deepens the crease a little bit. What we're gonna use after is the shade Rowdy, this brown one here, in the crease and just towards the outside a little bit as well. As you can see, I'm literally just dabbing it and moving it across the eye. I'm not like doing circular motions. Can't speak. I find I always open my mouth when I do my makeup. Like. We're going to take the Spectrum B06 brush again, the one that I used to blend the other shade out, and just blend the top out a little bit because we don't want them rigid lines where you can see where the eyeshadow stops. So it looks like that in a minute. Okay, so next we're going to cut the crease on the eye. So we're going to use the Krylon brush again, and we're going to be using the same concealer. You won't need a lot of this because it's quite a thick concealer. Okay, so it should look like that. The crease is cut with a concealer or an eye base. You can use either, but I do prefer to use a concealer. I'm going to go back in with the second eyeshadow shade that we used before we cut the crease, which was Rowdy. So we're going to use the Spectrum B06 brush again, because we want to blend it all in. Make me jump. Gonna go in with the shade Liquor or Liquor. Is that how you say it? I don't know. It's that shade there. It's like a dark brown purple. Just gonna add a little bit on the outer corner just to darken it. And we're gonna use the same Naked brush. And we're gonna do what we've always been doing and use the Spectrum B06 brush to blend it out. And last but not least, on the eye, I feel like we need to jazz it up a bit and maybe add a bit of sparkle, because I love a bit of sparkle. But we're not going to use anything from this palette, so I'm going to go for one of my all-time favourites that I literally only discovered since I've been working with Bobbi Brown. Luxe eyeshadow, Rich Sparkle eyeshadow in Moonstone. It is the bomb. It's so good. I don't know if you can see that. Go grab yourself one if you haven't got one, because this goes with everything. I'm not even going to use a brush to pop this on. I'll just pop a little bit of this on where I've put the cut crease of the concealer, just to give it a little bit of sparkle when the light catches it, so it looks really pretty. So everything I've just done on this eye, I'm going to do exactly the same but on this eye. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now both eyes are finished. I'm gonna pop the lashes on. A lot of people do ask me when I wear these lashes at work or if I go and see my friends, what lashes are you wearing? So I will put down the website for these lashes. So the ones I'm gonna wear are called Alexis. The lashes are called J Shen lashes. These lashes are amazing, and if you do follow my makeup page, I also have collabed with this brand. So I do put on my page anything that comes up that's new on the website or we're going to be launching. I do update some things about these lashes, so if you do want to follow me on my makeup page just to keep up to date with what's going on with these lashes, then go ahead. I'm gonna go pop these on. As you can see, I've popped the lashes on, and to pop them on I use Duo glue. It comes in a little pot like this with a little brush that you just pop on the end of the lash, and it's black, so when you put it on and it dries you can't see the glue. It basically looks like liner instead of glue, which is brilliant. Next up, it's for my favourite bit, skin. As you can see, at the moment my skin isn't great. I am trying with the new Liz Earle Cleanser Toner Moisturiser. If you watched my previous video, I did actually tag Liz Earle and speak a little bit about how I discovered them. So if you haven't watched that already, go and have a look at my previous video. To start off with the face, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Moisturiser and a primer in one, so you got a 2-in-1, which is brilliant. And just to top it off, it smells so nice. So if you happen to be walking past a Bobbi Brown counter and you see one of these, give it a smell because it is so nice, and just rub it in. Go in with the foundation. I've only been using this foundation for about a month now and I literally love it. This is the definition of full coverage. Got it in the shade Fiji, that one. So give it a good shake. I normally do about 3 pumps. And I'm not going to use any fancy brush for this. I'm literally just going to be using one of the unicorn style brushes from Primark. Again, I just think they're cute and they do the job, so why not? Okay, so as you can see, the coverage is amazing. And we've just done the bottom half of the face, and always make sure you blend down the neck slightly just so it all blends in together, because the last thing you want, if you do like to go a little bit warmer than your normal skin tone like I do, you don't want that line on your jaw. To blend it out, be using a brush and a beauty blender. Do the same again, but just on the top half. Next up, we're going to use concealer we've used the whole way through this video, the NARS in Custard. I'm going to pop this directly underneath the eye. And we're just going to use the same beauty blender we used to blend out the foundation, but to blend out the concealer under the eye now. Okay, so that's the concealer blended out. So to blend that all together and just mattify the face, because we're back in with the Collection Sheer Loose powder. And what this does is just stop from under the eye creasing. Okay, so I've set all over my face with the Collection Sheer Loose powder just to mattify it and blend it all together. So the next thing I'm going to do is bronze the face. I'm going to use the Hoola Benefit bronzer. I really love this bronzer. It's very nice. And the brush we'll use is the Spectrum A04 brush. It looks like that. And for the forehead, I'm gonna use a different brush, Spectrum A01 brush. So it's a big fluffy brush like this. We're going for highlighter. This is another one of my favourite things to do. I'm going to be using the highlighter you get in the Carnival Stacey Marie palette. I'm going to go with the gold highlighter, Sinner. The pink one's called Saint. So I'm going to go with Sinner, which is that one. Real Techniques setting brush. So it's that one. And just to finish off the eyes, just before we finish the whole thing up and do the lips, we're going to take one of the shades we used on the eyes just to blend underneath, to bring it all together now. The brush we're going to use to blend underneath is the Spectrum A13 brush. It looks like this, those two. Okay, so lastly we're going to do the lips. So I'm going to use the Naked Lip Liner in shade Broken. So now my lips are outlined. I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown lip colour in shade Beige. Just to finish up, I'm going to add a little bit of like a nude / clear gloss. The gloss I'm going to be using is the Barry Coco Loco Lip Oil. I'm just going to go in with some setting spray. And that's the finished makeup look. Okay my lovelies, that is the end of the video. This is the full heavy glam look that I would go for a night out. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations of what I should do in my next video, then please leave a comment below. You can give this video a thumbs up as well. That would be amazing. So I shall see you all in my next video.